Hello and welcome to the Spring Art Show 2021 for the Tuesday class that meets regularly in Cass County, Michigan. This group of artists have done wonderful works during the year of the pandemic. I, as their teacher, Sharon Ott, am very proud of the way that they have gained progress in technical skills as well as ability to express their personal insights. Janice Harpole, one of our fine artists, would you like to tell us about your art?
Hi, this is one of the projects we did. I just love this. We were supposed to have a texture paper underneath the painting. And at first I thought it was weird. And as I started doing it, I loved doing it. And so this one is, I just finished it. And we were supposed to do perspective, 1-point perspective. And so I went digging into my daughter's photos from Europe that she went to on the Michigan Ambassadors of Music. And I found this picture, and then I took the painting. And as I was doing it, I felt like I was in the Renaissance time. Then my favorite part of this whole picture is the gondola and the people in the gondola.
Very nice.
And this painting, we were supposed to have a person in the foreground and like a flat level in the background. And I found this picture, kind of modified it from the original picture, but this picture I call Peru. I have a passion for Spanish things, and I have a passion for Machu Picchu, which is the old Incan ruins in Peru. And this lady is leaning up against the ruins of Machu Picchu. And then these two projects, it was surrealism. So we were supposed to draw something dreamlike and make it look real. And so this project came out of the Wheel of Fortune, and I was trying to guess the letters. And so I came up with buildings on a dandelion, and everybody just kind of laughed at me. But I thought, I'm doing this project, and that's what came of it. And then this project is the same surrealism, and it was from a dream that I had that I was sitting up high on top of the bridge, and it was misty and kind of cloudy. And so I said, that's my dream. And my favorite part is the bridge. That's the Golden Gate. I always wanted to see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Beautiful work, Janice.
Thank you.
This is Jane Bergman. Jane, what pieces have you brought to exhibit today?
I brought 3 pieces that represent 3 different projects that we were assigned. The first was a surreal project, so we made a realistic background and then introduced something of fantasy or something unexpected. So this is a landscape, actually like a seascape, and the fantasy element is a mermaid that has surfaced, and then she's diving back down under the water. The second project, the project in the middle, we were working on the figure, and the next 2 projects, I'm trying to paint things that don't exist anymore, that are maybe significant to this area of southwestern Michigan. And the period I'm looking at is the late 19th century, early 20th century, when there were sort of grand hotels in this area, and there were lots of trees, and so I harkened back to that and try to give a tribute to things that used to be here and are no longer, and things that I wish recently had paid enough attention to preserve. So the third one in the series, this was a project on perspective. So I used 2-point perspective to paint the old Forest Hall Hotel that used to be on Diamond Lake, and it sits atop a big hill. And I had the challenge of showing that hill and also showing the sort of the grandeur of the hotel.
Beautiful work. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Kathy Gentry, one of our artists, showing what she has brought today.
The first picture is the giraffes. This is a mother and baby giraffe, and our assignment was to do a giraffe, and I wanted to capture the art of a mother and a child in my picture. So that's why I did that kind of a giraffe picture. This is a hummingbird and a flower, and the project we had that time was we were to take an item to our class, figurine or whatever, and do a picture. And I had a little statue of a hummingbird with a flower, and so I took it, and that was my ending product of that. And this picture is a landscape scene that we did outside, and I made the birch trees and the creek and the different trees and things. And so I haven't been doing this as long as a lot of people, so I have a lot yet to learn, but I'm enjoying it and finding a talent that I didn't know I had.
This is Grace Darrow, showing us the works that she has in our spring exhibition. What did you bring along today?
Well, I brought some of my sketches in pencil, and then this one is a pastel. And I think giraffes are gorgeous with all their beauty and grace. And so I put this with pastels. It's one of my favorites. And then this was in the perspective. We had a perspective class, and we did. This is the bridge. And I love trees, so I like to do a lot of trees because I love trees, and I think they're so alive and they have such beauty, and their branches are always so graceful. And so I try to incorporate trees in almost all of my sketches. And this is a tree that one of my very favorites. She's something I found. I think in a magazine. It looks like she's calling her family or something on her horn. She's a pilgrim. Nice gesture.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim Sawyer, another one of our artists.
This one is called Failure to Thrive. We have a paper collage with acrylic, and it's mounted on salvageable ceiling shingles from industrial locations. I have a poem to read about this one. Traveled down the lane, planted the tree, given to us by Sobieskis, hoping to continue a memory. Revisited years later, reveled in the sight, discovered a skull, wandered at the pine. Scented by a buck, rubbed by a deer, stripped of bark, suffering branches, thriving, failing, failure to thrive.
Cool. Very nice.
And the second one is Pine Tree Lane. And this was a study of landscape, depth, perception. I like this one because of the strong diagonal.
Really nice. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I love the texture paper and how it goes into the texture of the metal, and they just sort of melt into each other. It's really cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, real nice.
It's nice to get my husband involved.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Becky Powell.
Hi, welcome to the spring show. I brought 3 pieces today. This was a shadow study on a piece of wood, I believe it's oak. So I did the butterfly. And then we had an assignment to do a portrait. And it surprised me that I was actually able to do this. Looks like a member of our team, but it's really not her. But I'm kind of proud of that one. And this one is the assignment for Surrealism, which we have a girl who is blowing and wishing on a dandelion. And the dandelion spores that come off turn into bubbles and butterflies and fairies and dragons and bubbles. And then up here I decided it looks like sky, but I turned it into water. And that's all.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Karen Cook.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook, and I brought a couple of my paintings today. The first one here is the sky from summer over our lake at one point, and then we incorporated some stones and some rocks, flowers, and my focal point comes about here, and everything kind of points toward that. The second painting was a painting that we did, was based on a painting we did at a park last summer. And then I have a tendency to add a little bit of fantasy into that. So we started with the pond and some trees and went from there. That's it.
Very nice, very pretty work. Thank you for looking at our virtual art show. My students and I certainly have enjoyed creating this art, and I hope that you have enjoyed looking at it.